So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Taken from just outside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gibson again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Powell. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Pick it up.
QB sneak. Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And does Washington have it? They do. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Howell's throw there, complete to Hamler. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Howell. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Keep it up! That's what we do!
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. On 2nd and 9, Powell. Pressure comes and down he goes. Chauncey Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Wait for this.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. A give to Gibson running right. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Once more, Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give running right, Gibson. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott is going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff running left is Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. They'll go again with Gibson. Gets hit and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 6 from the 10. Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll roll him out right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. From the 29, Powell got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Powell from the gun. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
2nd down throw for Howell.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Hamler now on the return.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Right back to him on first down.
He'll take this to the 46.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it.
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Point after here coming up. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Dallas, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.